Probably Ashton Kolchak right now telling us we've been punked or whatever.
Okay.
Welcome once again, my fellow manipulators of digital fate. I'm Richie, this is Capricorn. We just finished early access and I have a ton of decks on the way, one dropping every single day, which is going to be pretty wild. And I am so ready for this set to launch. It is super fun. Before we talk about today's deck, I want to give a huge shout out to my patrons over at patreon.com/quarantinedcapricorn. That's Yuck Fuzi, Squirrel, Noah Vincent, and Brittany at the Brew Crew Elite tier. And then, of course, our forever CPU savior, Terrence Robach. You guys do so much to help this channel push forward, and I appreciate you greatly. Now, this deck is called Hot Tub Time Machine, and it's because we're using a mono red deck that just splashes blue a little bit. It gets that red just a little bit wet for just some insane synergy and insane value moving into the mid game, and the deck is absolutely insane. We get tons of wins, and I think this one's actually a real contender, and I plan on crafting it as soon as the set releases. But before we break down the deck, make sure you like, subscribe, leave me a comment down below if you think there's a better color to splash into mono red for adventures than what we did here with blue, because I think blue's the ultimate one, but I could see there's a couple other colors that could be interesting, so let me know in the comments below. Also, catch me live Monday through Friday on twitch.tv/quarantinecapricorn, because if I'm alive and I'm breathing, I'm there and I'm streaming. Let's break down this deck. Alright, so I'm absolutely in love with this deck. I normally don't like aggro very much because I feel like there aren't very many interesting decisions to make when playing aggro, but this deck is exactly the kind of aggro that I do like to play, and it's kind of wild. The idea is to be a mostly mono red deck, but we've got this little splash of blue that just really pushes the deck over the edge and makes it insane. And it's all based around burn. We're using 4 copies of Mechanized Warfare so that all of our burn does that much more damage. And some of the new cards that we're using are utterly insane. So first of all, we've got Virtue of Courage, because it's got an adventure attached to it for 2 mana. It can deal 2 damage to any target at instant speed, even the opponent's head if we need to. And then we get Virtue of Courage exiled as this 5 mana enchantment we can play whenever we want later on when we're out of gas. And once it's on the battlefield, every time any source deals any non-combat damage to our opponent, we get to exile cards and play them, which is crazy. It's just, we go from out of gas to using 1 burn spell and just having tons of things to throw at our opponent. It's just nuts. And some of the new adventure creatures, which is why we're in blue, really help us leverage that. So first of all, we've got Scalding Viper, which is one of my favorite cards in the set. It's a 2/1 for 2, and when it's on the battlefield, if our opponents cast any spells at all that cost 3 or less, every time they do it, it does a damage to them. And if we have Mechanized Warfare in play, that 1 damage is going to be 2 damage. And if we have Virtue of Courage in play, those 2 damage is going to exile more cards for us to play from exile, which just gets absurd. But also, it's got an adventure attached, which is Steam Clean. 1 blue and 1, return any non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Now, it is a sorcery and not an instant, and that does make it a little less powerful, but it's so versatile. If we're alpha striking in and trying to win, we can get that key creature out of the way so that we can win the game, or we can steam clean our own stuff. We can return an adventure creature to our hand so that we can recast the adventure and then recast the creature again and get tons of value that way, or we can return Invasion of Regatha to our hand so we can recast that, do another 4 damage to the dome and 1 to another creature, and that 1 to another creature could be 2 with Mechanized Warfare, or sometimes even more than that, because if Invasion of Regatha is flipped into Disciples of the Inferno, which happens quite often, we get a 4/4 prowess that makes it so that whenever a non-creature source we control deals deals any damage to a creature, battle, or opponent, it deals that much damage plus 2. So if we have a Disciples down, and a Mechanized Warfare, and a Virtue of Courage, and we get a Scalding Viper trigger off our opponent playing a 3-drop, That Scalding Viper trigger is now hitting our opponent for 4 damage, and we're getting to exile 4 cards, which is just crazy. And we can just play them all and just snowball into insanity. The other adventure creature, which is really good as well, not as good, but still really good, is Frolicking Familiar. 1 blue and 2 for a 2/2 flyer. It's going to get +1/+1 every time we play an instant or sorcery. And with the adventures, we actually have way more instants and sorceries in this deck than we otherwise would if we didn't have so many adventure creatures. It allows us to have enough creatures while also having tons of instants and sorceries, so we get the best of both worlds. And the adventure side of it is Blow Off Steam. 1 mana for an instant, deals 1 damage to any target. Normally you wouldn't think that would matter, but with all of the prowess, triggers, and being able to trigger the Frolicking Familiar itself, stuff like that, that 1 mana spell can just kind of snowball into a whole bunch of value and really close out the game. And even that 1 damage, as we've talked about before, can turn into 2 or 4 damage depending on what's on the field at the time. Or just 1 mana, do a damage, exile a card for us to play again if Virtue of Courage is out. So lots of value there, and that's why we're dipping our toe into blue. But at the bottom of the curve, we've got 4 Kumano Faces Kakkazan, because that 1 damage off Chapter 1 will do more than 1 if we have the right cards out, and then it just gives us a ton of value after that. 4 Monastery Swiftspear, because that prowess is going to super matter. And then we've got 4 Play with Fire, because we can hit the dome or be key removal. And we've got End the Festivities, because in this deck, that 1 damage to everything can be 2 or 4 damage to everything, and can get lots of extra value triggers off of things like Virtue of Courage, and it's just insane in this deck. Moving on to the 2-drop slot, we do have 4 Khenra Spellspears, because it's insane. Not only does it have trample and prowess, but if we manage to flip this guy by transforming him, he actually has double prowess, and he just completely goes off when we start snowballing cards off of Virtue of Courage. The deck is nutty. We've got 1 Thran Portal, 4 Stormcarved Coast, 4 Shivan Reef, 1 Restless Spire, which is the new manland that for 2 mana can turn into a 2/1, and when it swings you get to scry 1. Just a little bit of extra value in here. And then 1 Mirrex, so that's 11 potential blue sources, which I think is just right for just our little dash of blue here. And then we've got 1 Sokenzan for that extra push and 8 mountains. The deck's nuts. I love it. I'm absolutely going to rock this on the ranked ladder, and it's going to be a blast. You'll see when you check out the games yourself, so without further ado, let's do it. 2 tap lands of my 4 in the deck. Whatever. I'll keep it. Because I'm stupid. Another one! So dumb. Scrap work mutt. Sick, bro. Sick, man. Steam clean your ass. Get out of here. You're done. Goodbye. This deck's gonna be wild, guys. I can already see it coming. Think of all the ways we can steam clean our own stuff back to our hand. Swing with Etching, steam clean it back to our hand, replay it to ping the opponent for 1 and start the cycle over again. Sounds good, man. Sounds wonderful. Yup. This deck is bananas already. Scalding Viper might be my favorite card in the set. Play something. I will keep this. Hopefully we top deck a creature though. I don't want to have to play my Viper without playing Steam Clean. Bummer. Bummer. We're gonna do it. Sick. Kaboomba. Hello. Take that. Give me things. Sick. That's fine. Creature, battle, or opponent. You do what you gotta do. Are we out of gas yet? Are we out of gas yet? Welcome to Chump City. Four damage from Embereth Blaze coming in. You think I missed lethal? Maybe I did. That Embereth Blaze could have done 4 damage on its own instead of playing the Virtue of Courage. So I wouldn't doubt it. But I mean, this shit's gonna be strong, so whatever. Goodbye. 3 damage from Kumano faces Kakkazan. I think we keep this. Let's see what he plays. If he plays something nasty, then we probably... If he plays something nasty we can actually kill, we Swiftspear End the Festivities and swing with the Swiftspear. Or we Swiftspear, play with fire. Jacob Hawken. Kind of want to get the Spellspear down, but I think it just makes the most sense to do this. What you got for me? Jaren. He went to Jaren. I should have hit the Jaren itself so I could have swung. Now I can't swing. Come on, Nunu. Sanunu. I guess a Soul Cauldron, huh? With Jacob Hawken. See what he's trying to do. He's trying to take these cards that are normally really hard to transform, and he wants to exile something with an easy way to transform so that they get the ability to transform really easily. I see it. I see what you're doing. I think I gotta play the Spellspear. I want to play the Scalding Viper and ping him, but it's not super important right now. What's this take to activate? Just 2? A 2/1 that scries one when it swings. Ramble Familiar. Whale Dam. We'll just have to do some shenanigans, won't we? Hit you. Hit you. Skaboomba. Hi. Goodbye. Hi. You better have a board wipe, or very bad things are happening to you. The Hawken Man. Five damage to his face from a Kumano faces Kakkazan. That's scary. How about some more? Yeah. This looks fine. We are not playing a creature until turn 3, so we don't need to worry about playing Kumano right now. hold up Frolicking Familiar here. I mean, yeah, I guess we gotta do this, right? To get all our value. Now we can't get rid of the familiar. It can come down as a 3/3 flyer that basically has prowess. Unless we want to play the Spellspear first. We could play the Spellspear first. I'm gonna do it like this. Can't cut it down. Gonna have to spend your turn removing it. And then we've still got Kumano. Kumano will kill Liliana.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
Or do we just blow off steam, Liliana? I think it'll be better to save the blow off steam if we can. So we'll just hold it up.
Whatever.
End the turn.
Favors the foolish, after all.
Put a stun counter on A. You do what you gotta do. Oh, you didn't pay the 2. Interesting. Oof. Bad feels, man. Real bad feels. You ain't got no fairies. Wait, what? Still killed him? Oh, if you control the fairy as you cast this spell. Damn. Okay, okay. We're coming in. We're both out of gas, so... do what we gotta do. Definitely want to start making those Mirrex tokens. Get rid of that Dream Thief. Swing for 3. End the turn. We'll make a token. Could have swung with the Restless Spire, and maybe that's better. But I don't think so. I think once we get him below half health, it would be. But with so much health left, I think gaining value that stays over time is probably more important right now. We're gonna steam clean this asshole. We could end the festivities just to hit for 5 instead of 4. I don't think it's really worth it. We'll just wait. I mean, we're going to be in the same boat next turn. It's flying, so you can get the extra damage no matter what. Pin you for 1. Invasion of Regatha. I'm a little worried. I could get him down to 3 and then kill him next turn. Or I could try to flip the Regatha and kill him with End the Festivities. What do you guys think we should do? I don't think I missed lethal. Oh wait, you're right. I did miss lethal. You're right. I think we can get him next turn though. Between End the Festivities and Restless Spire, plus potentially whatever we draw, I think we might be okay. Coven. Oh, he's gonna make me discard a card. That's rough. And he's got a flyer now. Oof. Think we win? Oh, we don't have the blue. We don't have the blue. He's got a block, or else he can't play anything that costs 3 or less. If he doesn't. So we end the turn, we'll make a Mirrex token, and then we'll swing for lethal. Okay, he is gaining some life. Not too shabby. Yes, I will take the play with fire. This man goes to 1. Play with fire in our hand. Bro. Is this man for real? Haha! Welcome to Earth.
It's all in the reflexes.
We'll try to keep this. Mage. I mean, I could blow off steam right now, but then that means I can only cast a 1-drop. I think I'm going to take a chance that he cannot sacrifice the cursed roll this turn. Alright, that works for me. We will Swiftspear. And then we'll blow off steam. And then we'll swing. No more lands. I think we just want to get the Spellspear down. And prep for a really strong turn next turn, potentially. Unless he does that. But even then, we could always Storm Clean. If we really wanted to. Oh, this is beautiful. Beautiful. So pretty. Spellbook Vendor. We want to hit Regatha for 3. So this is what we do. And we got lethal next turn unless he's got a sweeper. But even then, we have a lot more value left over if he sweeps than we would normally have in mono red. Five, 8, 9. Guess we just do this. Kinda wanted to play the Frolicking Familiar. Good game. This deck's real. Matters. We're gonna keep 7. Alright, Kumano is down. Mav is a goat. No lie. Swiftspear. Guys, I think we found the new mono red. Just saying. This deck is gross. I assume the loyalty card's coming down to trade with my etching. Or I guess that's coming down. Really? That's okay. You're not gonna kill one of my creatures? It's probably a mistake, but do you? Can't really Scalding Viper this guy. I think we'll just... Let's see what he does. Another. Alright, let's see how he blocks. That's how you want to do it, huh? Classification hits the Swiftspear, that's fine. I want to bounce something. Here's what we're gonna do. Steam clean, ossification. Swing at Regatha. More flash, sure. Play the Scalding Viper. Get the counter from Kumano. We're gonna flip this damn Regatha. Alright, now he ossifies the Scalding Viper. But we do get a ping off of it because of that. Trade with the etching, it's fine. We at least get rid of his creature and we get to flip the invasion. And now, if we just draw some burn, which is almost everything in the deck, we should be good. Virtue of Courage will start refilling our hand.
I have been reborn.
Something. Alright, he's got to block the Disciples, right? Bring him down to 4.
I will not be corrupted.
Come on, burn. Come on, burn.
Ready arms.
Adeline. Adeline, Adeline, Adeline. You're just not good enough. Just not good enough. he wants to trade Disciples for Adeline, I think I'm okay with that. So I'm going to try this. I'm also okay if he chumps. We're going to hold the Swiftspear as a secret. Since it's got haste and we got plenty of mana, we should have enough to cast whatever we draw and the Swiftspear. Okay. This is frustrating. We just keep whiffing. Really? Another land? Come on, dude. This is ridiculous.
You've earned my blessing.
Give me some cards, please. Blow off steam deals damage to anything we want. Look at that trample. Right, this is definitely going for the head. I guess everything kind of has to go for the head, huh? He has to block very carefully. Because we're trampling. So close. Even after whiffing 3 lands in a row, we still got that close, guys. Wild. Virtue of Courage just comes out of nowhere and refills everything. It's super fun, too. I normally don't like aggro. And this is really fun. Swiftspear. Because there's so much more to it. There's just so much more decision making between all the adventures and the ways in which you're trying to get the most out of all of your burn. Like right now, I want to get the Spire out so I can play Warfare next turn. So we're just going to get in for a measly 2. Could have played Sokenzan and played a Swiftspear, and then played Play with Fire and hit for 6 total. Sick. Thank you. Alright, if he doesn't do something quick, we've got lethal. 6/6. Let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, we've got lethal. Well, we don't have lethal per se, but we have the ability to kill the Vorinclex. Put him at 6. We'll play the Spellspear. I think we got him. Plays a big dude. 1, 2, 3. I think we still got him anyway. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. We got you. We got you. Trample. Good God. What a deck. Thanks so much for checking out my channel. I'd like to give a huge shout out to all of my patrons over at Patreon. Without you guys, this channel would not be possible, so honestly, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of your contributions. If you haven't yet, like and subscribe. The more likes we get and the quicker we get them, the bigger this channel will grow and the faster it will grow. I'd love nothing more than this channel to become something very special for you guys, but it's entirely up to you how fast that happens. Also, if you'd like more deck techs, that's somewhere over there. And if you'd like to see what else the channel's been up to lately, that's somewhere up that way. Also, subscribe, circle below, do all the things.